Hi guys, I'm Isabel from The Upcoming. Really lovely to speak to you both today. Congratulations on this fantastic series.
Thank you.
Um, it's brilliant. So perhaps Henri could kind of start by telling me a little bit about what the series Primo is about. What can viewers expect when they watch it?
I think the show's really about family and love and breaking generational cycles. I think the way we do that is through a lot of really bizarre
Right.
characters trying really hard to be better.
There's a lot of heart, but there's a lot of stupidity, if that makes sense. It just comes together. It's a very good combination.
The heart makes up for the stupidity.
Yeah. At least, at least as far as the uncles are concerned.
And they all have such, all of you guys, all five of you as uncles, are such strong and separate characters. And Carlos, particularly with you,
Yes,
your
I am
character,
strong.
Uncle, yeah, and your character actually made me laugh an awful lot playing Uncle Ryan. Can you tell us what it was like to step into that role? What kind of appealed to you about the script when you got hold of it?
As soon as I read it,
The opportunity
as soon
to
as I
work
read
together.
it, I was like, let's get to work. No, I thought it was immediately funny. The timing was fantastic. And that was just like the first glance at it. And the more I like got into it, the more I just felt like really excited to be a part of it. Especially with people with like Mike, like working with Mike Schur, the possibility of working with Serrano. But honestly, the first time, like like I had no preconceived notions about it. I just read it and I loved it immediately. So that was something that I was really hoping. I was
Did
like,
you
oh,
not know it was a Mike project when you first read
I
it?
think I first heard about the script before I found out all the, yeah. So I was super excited and I really wanted to book it.
And Henry, obviously for you, what was this like for you coming on board with this and stepping into this role as yourself? And what sort of appealed to you about your character?
I think it was similar. It was the same thing. It was an opportunity to work with people that I think are really good storytellers. And Mike Schur is kind of unmatched in the comedy world. I think Mike specifically was. I actually auditioned. You auditioned for someone else. I
Yeah.
auditioned for Mondo 1st,
Mhm.
and I
Oh,
read
okay.
as soon as I read Mondo's scenes when he was talking to Mike. I called my manager and asked for the Mike scenes, and then just sent both tapes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
very
They sent
interesting.
me as an option to audition as Uncle Mike, and I was like, no way.
I need to be Ryan.
No way.
So you guys obviously filmed in Albuquerque. I think all 8 episodes were filmed there. What was that like, working with such a brilliant ensemble cast and being out there and filming that for you guys?
It was so hot. It was so hot. It was good. It was a good time. Cast wise was great. Temperature, sometimes we were shooting outside. It got up to like 114. So you got to be very careful. You got to stay hydrated. Otherwise, you start getting headaches, and suddenly you're lying on the ground. No, it was good. It was fun, and I think the best thing about it is like we all showed up kind of at the same time, and we all met each other and instantly kind of like. I mean, I'm not. It sounds like we're just saying it to say it.
press.
Yeah, for press, but we really like clicked immediately the second we got together because we hadn't really done any chemistry testing when we auditioned. So I was actually a little bit concerned because I didn't know these people in person. You never know what you're gonna get. But it was immediately we hit the ground running, and we just started working together as a family. So it was really great.
I mean, we had a group chat that started. That Shay put us on a group chat maybe a month beforehand, and even that was already. I feel like people were making jokes, and
Right.
Carlos didn't invite us to his birthday party at that point. But
I didn't know them in person. I'm not going to invite people from a text thread. That's crazy.
Besides that, it was right away we had an instant connection.
I mean, obviously, there's obviously challenges and other things, from filming and having not met each other before and having to get to know each other and everything. But what were some of the standout kind of moments for you during filming? I mean, there's some brilliant moments all the way through, but what kind of episode or moment for you really stands out?
For me, it's Game Champ. I think that was the craziest. You had your side story.
Yeah.
With Uncle Jay, but I think that was like for me, it was a super fun episode to make, directed by Melissa Fumero.
Hmm.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine fame.
I think for me it was the Carnival
Job
episode.
fair? No.
No, Job fair was late. The
Okay.
Carnival episode. There's a Mike. Mike gives a monologue to Rolly about being a good example, and it was the day we shot that, and then did a jail scene, which might be a spoiler.
Whoa.
Oops.
Whoopsie.
But that day,
You don't know
was
why.
the day.
There's no context.
You don't,
You
and
just
you don't
said
know
jail.
who's in jail.
Yeah. We all know.
I'm going to say that's actually the Fairgrounds kind of festival, you know, that kind of one was probably one of my favorite episodes as well. It just really reminds me of like Grease and all those kind of teen amazing films that you kind of grow up with. But and also, what do you think are some of the kind of key themes? I mean, obviously family is very central to this, and his character as his 16-year-old growing up with all of you having this kind of influence on him. What do you think are some of the key themes that viewers will take away from this and that are really important for this story?
Well, I think we kind of create a space where we're not. I think the family it feels very lived in that it doesn't feel like we're like trying to teach a lesson, but it just kind of sneaks in there.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
episodes end with a lesson almost every time, but I think
they're earned.
They're earned, and I think also like at the end of the day, it's a bunch of really flawed people, except for maybe Rafa. Really flawed characters trying really
their best.
hard. Yeah.
And I think that speaks volumes, because it really, it pretty much, the theme of it is like, you're not a good person because you're a good person. You're a good person because even in spite of everything, you try every day to show up for whatever that is. That sounded really.
Did you just come up with that?
I just did. I've been practicing it all week.
I mean, obviously, you got the brilliant writing from Shay. I don't know if you were kind of familiar with him before. I mean, he's a really big Twitter presence, but, you know, his brilliant writing. But also you've got Michael on board, who brings, you know, the little quips through that. But you've also got this single-handed camera movement working through it all the way that kind of brings that intimacy. What was that like to film with that?
Well, this
and not be like kind of multi-camera, you know?
Yeah. I've had a smattering of multi-cam experiences. I don't know if that's a word. Look it up. You know what I'm trying to say. Not a lot, but yeah, no, I definitely can tell the difference. But it is something, especially for me. It's really something about like finding comedy in a smaller space. I think it's a great experience, and it's something for me because I've done multicam, and it's like you really got to present, or theater, which is a lot more presentational, but there's something about staying kind of like close to where your emotions are, and that I think makes it a little bit more special.
I think it's just funnier too to have, because so much bizarre things are happening and being said, that if you were playing them any bigger, I think it becomes like a caricature.
Yeah.
So the staying grounded, and I think that was Shay's thing too. Shay was pretty
right. That's a good thing too, that they let us play a lot, and so we didn't have to worry about it, because everybody in the back was making sure that the ship was going in the right direction. So that frees us up. Because I've also been in projects where I'm concerned that I don't trust.
Which ones?
I won't, pass. But like when if the ship is not going in the right direction, you don't trust that they're gonna use the right takes. Yeah. So, but I am happy to say that it felt really loose. It felt like we got a chance to play and explore, but we also, I think they went with the good stuff for the show.
Did they kind of give you a little bit of space to improvise, or was everything very scripted, or did Shay kind of give you that space to kind of improvise a little bit with your characters to bring that to screen?
I think we got a lot of it,
yeah.
Especially as the season went on. I think more and more as like we grew to know. And
I started improvising immediately.
He did.
Like, I need a writer credit,
and it stopped for a while.
No, we did the script, but they also like let us. They to be fair, and Easter eggs. There are definitely a couple lines
that are out there.
That
Shay was really good about
really,
coming in and being like, "Go say whatever you want on this one, try it."
But it was so well written. That's what I like. I also, with
Yeah.
respect to the writing, it was so
Yeah.
great that it was actually, it's a lot easier to improvise when the sandbox is so well defined.
Oh, well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for speaking to me. Congratulations. I really enjoyed it. And I'm sure everyone watching it will too. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Lovely
Zaf.
to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.